What's going on, y'all? So in this video I decided to do a review of a movie that I watched the other night, JON. So JON is basically about a young man who has a strong addiction to pornography. I mean, pornography is his companion, and he loves it more than sex. I mean, he prefers that more than sex, obviously, and he can't seem to find the woman that he is really satisfied with. So at this point, I mean, he treats almost every woman like a tool. Like his women that he came across, are tools to this guy. But until he meets the one woman he falls for as soon as he lays eyes on her, Barbara. And soon as literally when he looks over at her, the light shines bright above her head. I mean, literally, and it's so ridiculous, and I love it. Even the opening credits was really random as hell, and I loved the hell out of it. I'm like, what does this have to do with the movie? But I still loved it, so that wasn't a nitpick at all. It was just like it just made me laugh as soon as I saw it. But anyway, Barbara has John wrapped around his finger, even when she's pushing him away, saying, no, don't kiss me, no, don't talk to me, no, I'm not going back to your place with you. And then, yeah, and then he goes through extremes to look for this woman, and he asked around what's her name, and looked her up on Facebook, and they meet up, and then they eventually get together, and everything's going fine. I mean, she likes him, she's digging him, and he's digging her back, and she wants to meet his family, she wants him to meet hers, and it's all going well. But his addiction is a deal breaker to her. So yeah, I mean, in order for the relationship to go on, she wants him to promise her that he will put that part of his life behind him and move forward with her, start fresh, where it will be all about her in his mind. And it practically is already. I mean, outside the pornography, I mean, he won't look at another woman, since he's been with her. I mean, it's ridiculous. When him and his boys are like, hey, check her out, and he's like, nah. And they will go, what, are you crazy? What, are you crazy? And in his mind, he's like, she ain't harder than my woman. She ain't harder than my woman. She ain't harder than my woman. But yeah, I mean, I won't go into full spoilers because, I'm sure there's some of you out there who have not seen the movie yet, and I'm sure most of you probably did, because this movie's 2 years old now, and I've been meaning to Redbox it, prior to me getting Netflix, and yeah, man, it just slips my mind, but I finally came across it, and Bila picked it out, and she said she's seen it before, and she thought it was corny, but she loved it anyway, and I don't think it's corny. I mean, yeah, the humor is silly. It's a silly movie, but that's what I love about it. It's silly and it's realistic, and it's relevant to how men behave, around women, and how men behave in general, and it's very realistic, and I think a lot of men can relate to that. So it's basically a romantic comedy for guys, to drag their women to go see, and I mean, romantic comedies are traditionally girly. I mean, they're traditionally chick flicks where it's surrounding, around the woman's desires and what the woman would like to see in a man, and how some even think of men, through past, bad experiences, and so on, etc., etc., etc. But this one is doing the exact opposite, where it concentrates on how men, how most men, behave around women, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt has it down to a T. He wrote the movie, he directed the movie, and he starred in the movie, and he did a great job with this piece. I mean, it is super, super entertaining, and it's awesome, and I would never get tired of watching it. It is a genuine story. It is fantastic. And I gotta say, I mean, every time I hear this sound, ever since I watched this movie, every time I hear this sound, I'm just gonna bust out laughing. I mean, you I mean, for those of you who've seen the movie, you understand why that makes me laugh when I hear that sound now. And for those of you who haven't watched the movie, you'll understand. I mean, you'll get my point. Just watch the damn movie. If you have Netflix, go on there, hit play. It's streaming right now, or you know, or rent the movie on Redbox if it's in Redbox, or hell, I would even say buy the movie. I think you will love it if you love a good laugh and you love random sense of like random humor. Then yeah, this movie is right up your alley. I would strongly suggest you watch this movie. But I gotta say though, I mean, wouldn't that be funny if the tables were turned and it's the guy who wants the woman to make compromises, like for example, like I'm not sure how I feel about you reading 50 Shades of Grey, and that's a little a little too graphic for me, or I'm not sure if how I feel about you watching Magic Mike. I think if we're gonna take this relationship to the next step, I think you need to stop watching Magic Mike, and don't go see Magic Mike 2. Don't Redbox it, don't rent it, don't go with your girlfriends to see it or any of that blah 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 blah. Now, ladies, tell me and be honest. And if your man put you in that position, would you respect his wishes or would you go off on him? Now we both know. Now we all know that most of you would go off on him. I mean, yeah, there are women out there who would, who would love their man enough to respect their wishes, but there are others that are like, hey, that's who I am. If you don't like who I am, then why are you with me? Then there's the door. Just leave right now. Just leave. You have a problem with me watching Magic Mike, and then leave. And others, and then there's others that would say, I respect your wishes, and I understand why you would feel that way. And I can understand why. I mean, I can understand why porn is one of the top arguments in the relationship, where the women would feel like they would feel worthless, like when their guy goes off and watches porn, and they don't feel like they're fully satisfying the man they're with. I mean, I can understand that. I mean, that can cause the relationship to be pretty rocky. But yeah, I mean, this movie is telling you like how most of men are. I mean, like in their heads. So I mean, if your man says he's not into pornography, then chances are he's lying, or maybe he really is that boring. Now, me personally, I can live without porn because I love my computer so much that I don't want to risk, putting a virus on it by going on porn sites, and I'm too cheap to order pay-per-view. But my experience with porn is Cinemax, movie channels in general. So that's my experience with porn. So I did watch a lot of porn before, on DVDs and all that crap. So I mean, I did that here and there, but I'd rather save my money. That's just me. Don't judge. I'm a proud lame like that. There ain't nothing wrong with saving money. Come on, people. So yeah, I had a fantastic time with JON. In my book, it earns a 10 out of 1 to 10. Yeah, that many. Yes. So if you haven't seen it, get up off your ass, get on Netflix if you have Netflix, and hit play and enjoy it. You will not be disappointed. If you love comedies and random humor, then get on there right now. But I have to say, my two issues with the movie is that it was too short, and the second half was kind of slow for me. But I did enjoy the movie overall. But I enjoyed the first half a little bit more because it was more fun and it was more laughable, and you see him in his like it's like a coming of age story in a way, and he's it's him just being a complete fool. So that was more fun to watch for me. Kind of like 40-Year-Old Virgin, where it was more fun to watch Annie's friends pick on him and encourage him to to get laid, and how to talk to women, etc., etc., etc. More that was more interesting than him developing a relationship with the woman that he ends up being with. So that's my review for Don John. Thumb up the video if you like my review, and be sure to share it and subscribe to my channel for more awesome videos. Also, if you have a video you would like for me to react to, or a movie that you would want me to review, be sure to private message me or email me at thenerdyblasian83@gmail.com. And until next time, Nerdy Blasian is signing out. Peace out, y'all. Bonus scene. I couldn't resist. Oh man, that means it's on like Donkey Kong. Those of you who've watched the movie, you'll understand. Deuces. One more time.